How better or bad was this pitch compared to the last one in Southampton, considering here also run making was not that easy? So comparing the two pitches.
Again, I think it was pretty similar to Southampton. Southampton was overall slow, but here was two paced, few bounces were going through. So, and yeah, just was two pace, so a bit more two pace. So I think that's why getting runs was harder for the new batsman. Batsman's set could had a better chance of rotating the strike or getting the boundary options, which unfortunately didn't happen. Set batsmen kept getting out, so it just became difficult. But I think on wickets like this, 260, 270 still becomes a good score.
Rahul, when the Indian innings ended, experts seemed divided on whether this was a good enough score for India to defend. What was the feeling going on in the dressing room?
No, after the first 10 overs, the chat we had in the middle, me and Rohit and me and Virat, what we assessed, and the message we sent into the dressing room was the same thing, that this is not a 300, 330 wicket, it's a 260, 270 wicket. We need to keep that in mind and try and play that way. And we know that if there are two set batsmen by 35th, 40th over, we will end up getting maybe 10, 15 runs extra, which didn't happen today, but we still managed to get 260 on this wicket. We still managed to get 240 odd in Southampton, which is good, but there's, the only area where we can improve as a batting unit is that a set batsman has to go on and bat longer and get a bigger score.
Yesterday Pakistan come back and अभी आप समझते हैं कि कहीं भी आपका टाकरा जो है पाकिस्तान से हो सकता है
जी
पाकिस्तान भी कल मैच जीत के अभी दोबारा से टूर्नामेंट में इन हुआ तो क्या आप समझते हैं कि इंडिया और पाकिस्तान का कहीं टाकरा होगा सेमीफाइनल में या फाइनल में?
जी देखिए अभी 3-4 मैच बचे हैं हमारे तो हम उस पर फोकस रखेंगे जब आएगा तब देख लेंगे.
Rahul, in the first 10 overs through this tournament, we've seen openers are taking their time and playing the waiting game. Being an opener yourself, your thoughts on that, and why is that sort of an approach that we are seeing rather than teams going all-out attack in the first 10?
Look, in one-day international over the years, I think we've seen it and you guys have seen that kind of approach because it's bilateral series and it's a different ball game and it's a World Cup and each game is the pressure is really high. So as a batsman, you can't really go out there and play that kind of innings or with that kind of freedom fully. But yeah, I mean, with the kind of batting we have, with the kind of firepower we have in the back end, we know that initially we can take a little bit of time and the important thing, the plan is for the top 3 or top 4, one of us to even if we take time, we're kind of players where we can make up later. So we have that kind of confidence in the batting unit. So we don't mind taking that little extra time. And with conditions being, today was a slow wicket. Or if we go to the next game, there might be a bit of seam movement, might be overcast. So, we need to be flexible in our heads. We can't always say that one-day cricket, flat wicket doesn't mean we get 360, 370. We need to be flexible.
Take 2 more questions from the right.
Yeah. Rahul, it's been 3 matches since you went back to the top of the order. You got starts in all 3 knocks. How do you assess the way you've gone, the fact that you're not kicked on to a sort of like a big score? How do you look at that?
Yeah, a bit disappointing. I mean, after doing the hard work and after getting through the first 10 overs or 15 overs or as an opening batsman to get first 25, 30 runs is the hardest time, and to do that and when the time comes to accelerate and maybe take the game deeper so our lower order can come in and play freely like Hardik and MS. We know if they come after 35 or at 40 they can do maximum damage. So it's important that we do that, and that's the plan and that's the role of the top 3, top 4. So a bit disappointed that I haven't been able to do that, but again I will sit and assess it, but it won't worry me that much because there are a lot of things that I'm doing right, and I know that the mistakes I've made, I can learn from them and get better.
Rahul, just taking forward that same question, can you talk about the two strokes that you played, one against Afghanistan, the reverse sweep together when you got out, and today, like you seem to be before that in a very good headspace, and then just that you commit that mistake. What goes through the mind? Just talk about why you picked those two strokes.
See, that's what is the most difficult thing about batting, isn't it? One, you might look like you're in no trouble for 100 balls or 120 balls or 50, 60 balls, and then sometimes you end up making a mistake. Like Afghanistan was, I won't say it was a bad shot. It is a shot that I play all the time, and more often than not, I hit it for fours or I get it away. But unfortunately, I didn't execute it. But the planning and the timing of that shot maybe was questionable because I needed to stitch up a partnership with Virat and like I said again, bat 30, 35 overs and then look to accelerate. So yeah, these are the things that maybe I've done wrong in the few games. Yeah. Today again, look, I mean, like I said, one ball, I mean, gets you sometimes, and today got a good ball. As a bowler, you're allowed to bowl good balls. As a batsman, you don't really. It disappoints you, but then again, you know that bowlers are allowed to bowl good balls, and you do make mistakes. So I can't sit back and break my head about it. Just go on and try to start fresh again in Birmingham and try to get a big one.
You guys play England on Sunday. Are you surprised at how England have struggled? And does the fact that if you win, you'll almost knock them out of the tournament provide extra motivation?
Look, I don't think any team goes in with that kind of mindset. We all want to do and perform the best we can as individuals and as teams. If we play the best cricket and if we play the kind of cricket that we've been playing in the last 4 or 5 games, we will most probably end up on the winning side. And again, winning and losing is not what we're focused on right now. And everybody individually and as a team, we're focused on getting our plans right, executing our skills right, and yeah, again, big game against England. So hopefully the confidence and the momentum that we have, we can carry that to Birmingham, and will be great to get one more win.